morning. Behind me is located the Nariño House, the place where the new president, the 20 May, have to begin his new government. In this place, we are going to have one person that is going to have the power for the next 4 years or for the 8 years. What is the idea? We as a student have to choose the best candidate. We have to choose one woman or one candidate. This is the only moment in the history when we have most candidates. But let me tell you one important thing. In this palace is going to govern one person who have to choose the best ideas, the best budget for the education that is going to cover the education in all his areas. So my advice for every single student is that in this 20 May of 2018, you have to choose the best candidate. Remember that Colombia have to maintain the peace process. The Colombia have to maintain the new direction because Colombia is changing its history. So, since the Mosquera Square, I have to tell you that in this video we are going to watch the candidate and after the student. So mates, welcome.
En este momento estamos con el honorable senador del Partido Liberal, Juan Manuel Galán. Doctor Galán, usted como senador de la República, ¿cómo ve la campaña presidencial para el año 2018?
Bueno, pues es una campaña histórica y trascendental porque el resultado de esa campaña definirá el futuro del proceso de paz, que aún es incierto. Damos muchos colombianos por hecho que el proceso de paz es irreversible, pero está en peligro realmente porque su fase de implementación es la fase más delicada, es la fase más importante y que mayor compromiso requiere del Estado y del gobierno nacional. Por eso es tan importante la figura del próximo presidente que se ha elegido, porque determinará que el proceso de paz continúe y avance su implementación.
Doctor Galán, el proceso de paz, si bien pues ha sido ratificado por la Corte Constitucional, la Corte Suprema, usted como senador de la República ve que si, por ejemplo, el doctor Germán Vargas Lleras llegue a ser el próximo presidente de la República, ¿podría estar en peligro ese proceso de paz?
Pues se generaría una gran incertidumbre. El doctor Vargas Lleras ha mencionado sus reparos, por ejemplo, a la Justicia Especial para la Paz. Y ese es el corazón del proceso de paz. Sin Justicia Especial para la Paz no hay paz, no hay proceso, no hay implementación, no hay reparación, verdad, justicia y garantías de no repetición para las víctimas. Entonces, claro que sufriría mucho la implementación en caso de que los colombianos optaran por esa opción.
Doctor Galán, el Partido Liberal aún no tiene candidato. ¿Usted saldría del Partido Liberal para hacer su propia candidatura fuera del Partido Liberal?
Pues yo ya no voy a aspirar por el Partido Liberal, porque el Partido Liberal tomó la decisión de hacer una consulta de maquinaria, en frío, donde la participación va a ser muy pobre, pero además donde vamos a inhabilitar a ese candidato para que pueda hacer más adelante alianzas o acuerdos o participar en una eventual consulta interpartidista. Entonces yo sigo con mi candidatura, pero estoy explorando diferentes escenarios y caminos que no sean el Partido Liberal.
So, good afternoon. In this occasion we are with the two men from Leve. They are Carlos and Felipe. The question, friends, is the next. Colombia is going to choose a new president for 2018. What do you know about that process?
Well, I consider that we are in an historical and critical process in our country because of the process with the last part. We are looking for peace, so I consider that it is going to be a paradigm because it's a crucial moment in Colombia because of it. It's historical, and I consider that we as Colombian citizens, we have to look for the best option to live in peace.
I agree with my partner that this is a historical moment because never in the Colombian history the candidates to the president have been a lot. We're talking about like I don't know, around 12 candidates. So it shows us that the president maybe the most important church, political church in this moment.
So, friends, there are two candidates who have been teachers. Robledo was teacher for 35 years at the National University, and Sergio Fajardo is a mathematician. Do you consider that they will be a good president for Colombia?
Well, my personal case, I cannot say nothing because I don't really know what is the proposals or what they are going to do.
I suggest that Robledo, as he has been a teacher and he has been ever in the left wing, he could be the best in the presidency, because many good projects, and also he has several allies in the left wing also.
So the last question: the right in the political have been in the power for 16 years with Uribe and Sanchez. Do you think that, or consider that it's a good option that the left arrive to the power?
Well, it's complicated. I consider that it's a kind of limit. It's a kind of wall, and I consider that ideologies they don't have to be like this or that. No, we are looking for the best option, and I consider the difference. It had to be cut or something like that, because it's a fight against each other always, and I don't know. It's complicated for me.
I think that in some way we need some impartial thought in the president, but it is demonstrated that the right wing, who always has been in the power, don't have the best intentions for govern the country in a good way.
In this occasion, we are with our mate Manuel Rodriguez. Manuel, I want to know your opinion about the presidential campaign for the 2018.
I don't know that much information about them, but I think that the best options are Claudia, Petro, and Sergio. I think that they are like the best options in order to be elected as a president.
Manuel, have you read something about the plan that they have in order to govern to Colombia?
Yeah, well, I had just the opportunity to read about Clara. I think that she has a really good plan to govern Colombia, because she is against the corruption, which is a pretty important part that affects us, affects Colombia, affects education, affects health, and affects almost everything. And that is why Colombia is suffering about poorness and those kind of things.
Okay, Manuel, the college student never vote for this candidate. Why do you consider that things happen?
But I think that they have a really good arguments in order to choose a person, but it happens most on the public universities, because in the private universities they are most focused on other things and they don't get very interested in that. Maybe because they have money, because they are good, because they don't have to suffer what the corruption is giving to us, the bad things that corruption is giving to us. So that's why I think that the students from public universities are like the people who read the most about those candidates in order to have the best option for Colombia.
Manuel, do you consider that the right or the left is good for Colombia, or just the left?
I think that maybe the left is the right, but I'm sure about it, because during these years we have we have had a lot of presidents which are in the left. They're corrupted, and they promised a lot of things, and then they just forgot everything. So I think that why not to get an opportunity to a different opinion, to a different thought, to a different arguments, maybe plans for Colombia.
For joining to this war. Thank you so much.
Sure. Thank you.
So, for conclude our work, I want to invite to every Colombian in order to they choose the best candidate or the best woman or the best man in order to he or she became in our next president. Behind me is one landscape that need another better president for our country. One country where the work of the teacher be recognized, where the education have the best standards in all our country. So in that way, I just have to invite you to every single student, to every single people that in the May 20 of 2018 they choose for the best candidate because Colombia need carry another direction.